Peace and blessings, my beautiful people. I hope everyone is feeling well, feeling prosperous, feeling the abundance that is springtime. Like when the sun starts shining, the rabbits start coming out. It's a beautiful time of year. So today I wanted to make a video to talk about communication and how important it is to practice at effective communication on a damn near daily basis. Not only with your peers, your coworkers, your community, also with your family, with yourself. And oftentimes that's the most difficult, because those are the tough conversations, right? When you got to be real with yourself, like, yo, you're bugging. Like that's hard to face yourself and to really understand that. That's a tough spot to be in when it comes to family and actually saying like, that's kind of whack what you doing, or that hurt when you did this. It's hard. Those are hard conversations, but they are necessary. Okay, especially when you think of energy, when you think of just what love means, what love is, when you say you love someone, it's important to be honest and to be able to have those conversations, because avoiding them is causing way more damage than necessary. It's leaving this residue, it's keeping you up at night. It's just not worth it. So although these conversations are tough, although they are uncomfortable, however, life will move on, like you will be okay. There's nothing that is that deep, that serious, that whatever, that you need to avoid it. And the longer you avoid it, the longer it goes unspoken, the more pain that's being caused within you. Like you have to get it out. And not only for you, but honestly, it's for others' improvement as well. Like if you don't actually let someone know that, like, hey, when you did this, it made me feel like that. How else would they know how to better treat you and how to better love you, or how to be better people, so that, maybe that'll be a mirror up to their face, so that now when they go forward out in the world, like they will be mindful of how they treat other people. These things, it's not always about making someone feel bad, being mean, making situations awkward, especially family dinners and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like we can't not have these conversations. Shout out to all my linguistics people who don't believe in double negatives. We cannot not have these conversations. That's how important they are. And the longer that we delay them, the more issues that are going to be created. Within the Black community, within Black families, I feel like this happens so much. Like it's so normalized for white people to go to family therapy and family counseling if they feel like they can't fix it amongst themselves. Black people, we just avoid things because they seem too tough. They seem too hard. And it's like, what is that? Like, what does that even mean? We need to stop doing this, because there's issues of family incest, family rape, molestation. There's issues of money. Like, money is a huge thing that is breaking up Black families. And I just don't get it, because that is the key to our abundance, our wealth, our freedom, quote unquote. It's like, if we're not able to do business with each other in an open and honest way, how are we going to expect our youth to be able to go out and do that in the world? Because regardless, if you are living on the land of America, you got to be business savvy, point blank, period. You got to be able to navigate through this world and be able to be smarter than your situations. You got to be able to communicate effectively how you are feeling without putting emotions into that. For example, if you have, let's just use work, like, as family sometimes can be too deep. So let's just use a work situation, right? Where you as the employee, see, this is a real life example that happened to me. So I am at work. I have numerous coworkers, and things are just chaotic. They're not moving. They're not flowing in a correct way. But things are getting done, but it's not getting done effectively. And really, it was making my life and my job more difficult. So I went and just had a conversation. Like, look, if we just tried to do this, this, and that, maybe we could have different results, because we are here to do business. We're here to, be effective in what we're doing. There's a lot of things that are creating chaos. There's no direction. There's no organization. So maybe if we implemented these type of strategies, we could, get out on time. Everybody saves money and we get the job done, and so I did that, had that conversation, as challenging as it may have been to go to my boss to tell him about himself and his business. But I ended up being thanked for doing that from not only him, but also the manager, so it's going to be hard. And I feel like a lot of times people expect life to be easy. And yeah, there are moments when things are easy, when it's just flowing smoothly or whatever, but life is a cycle, and you're going to have personal cycles of depression, anxiety, challenges, hardships, when money will come and go. And then there's other moments where everything is not just this one continuum of things, like there's one timeline where everything is just fine all the time. There's never a point where that's going to happen. All right, you can ask a 90-year-old or a 7-year-old, and I guarantee they can give you some examples of when life was good and when life was tough. Like, that's just what it is. It's how you roll with those punches. How do you stand in the midst of adversity? How do you handle the storm? And it really is about, that level of communication. I know that's what the whole point of this video is. I know I repeated it, but it's just, I really want you all to understand how important that is when you are being mindful, right? It is not to say you don't have emotions, because there is a certain level of emotional intelligence, right, that we all have within us. We also have to be able to be in control of those emotions, not have those emotions be in control of us. Boom, bars. So once you have that understanding, and it's a practice, like I said at the very beginning, practice communicating. No one says be perfect at it. It's just like yoga. Yoga is a practice. When you step onto your mat, you are practicing. Even doctors practice medicine. They are all the time. They have to go back for retraining. They have to go back to revisit what they think they know. They have to be recertified and pass it. Everything that we are doing is a practice. All right. You practice. Look, I was practicing my makeup, my eyeliner, and you see one side is popping and the other side ain't. Sometimes it happens. What you gonna do? Be pissed? No, you just continue to practice. You try again. That's all you can do. Dust yourself off and try again. You can test it out. Just try again. It's cool. If you fail, if you try to communicate with your parents about something and you feel like it didn't work, okay, but I guarantee there's probably some parts of that conversation that were different than the last one you had. And so you could take that and you can move on, and try again whenever you feel the time is right. You don't have to move at anyone else's pace but your own. And that's the beauty of practicing at this thing called life. Like, no one's an expert at any of this shit. As far as I know, ain't no books that's written out to tell you step by step how to live your life. You are the author of your own book. You can close a chapter whenever you want. You can rewrite the chapter. You can scratch it all outside of. You can do whatever you need to do. It is you who is directing this whole situation right now. And each step that you take is going to have a positive or negative effect. But either way, you're going to have a lesson, which is in turn a blessing, which means that there really is no negative, it's only positive. It's corny, but it's true. All right. So today, I challenge you to go out and have that conversation that you've been avoiding. It's hard, it's tough, but I guarantee, number one, you will not die. There's no such thing as death anyway, so, whatever. You won't die. And number two, something's going to come of it. Whether it's some shift is going to happen because you attempted to have that conversation. So go out, handle your business, do what you got to do so that you don't have to carry on this stuff till to tomorrow, to the day after, to the day after that. Like, now you're creating space for some newness to flow into you. Like, go ahead and clean out all. It's basically like debt, like when you just have unfinished business, you just have debt that's just there lingering. Clear all that out so that you can allow the abundance of the springtime to manifest into your reality. That's it. That's all I got for you today. I love you so much. In case you have not heard it today, I love you. You are powerful. You are strong. And you are full of life and abundance. All right? Stay woke about these streets. Stay woke about these streets. Love you.